This is when you got to make the call and be like, listen, I want to get this done right once and for all.
It is progress time on our renovation project. I'm excited to share some updates with you as things are starting to come together. I'm starting to see the vision come to life. It's hard when you're starting off, everything is all messed up, it's all dirty, and you're trying to plan things. You got to break it down to micro pieces that you can manage one thing at a time in order for you to move from one place to the next, to the next, to the next. This part I'm going to be sharing with you is mostly focused on the flooring aspect. I was testing out these new floorings because I wanted to see if there's another option of floorings I can try out before going investing in all the different expensive flooring that's really out there, as well as some of the bathroom, cleaning it up, painting it, and bringing it to life. Because once you have that base foundation, then it's all about putting the furnitures, the fixtures, the hooks, everything back together, as well as the storage area where the hood range is, patching all the holes up, covering things up that have been broken or shattered apart, so that way I can actually make this into much more of a pleasant experience. This feels homey, this feels very welcome-ish. Start off with the flooring. There are pretty much three options that are in my head. The first one, vinyl. Install vinyl like most of these companies are offering and get it out the way with. The second option is the ceramic tile, which is what I always wanted to do because ceramic tiles I think last longer. The problem with it is that it's cold, but it's currently existing in that storage area of mine as well as the bathroom. The bathroom, you can't really do vinyl tiles. I know people that's done it, but I really think ceramic is the better option as it just takes the water like nothing. Like you keep pouring water on ceramic, it's just gonna take it all in. You just mop it away and it goes away. The only thing you have to do is maybe grout over time, but it takes a long time for that grout to pretty much go away. Third option is similar to that ceramic tile look, the same company that I was planning on purchasing from. There's a product that's available at Lowe's. They offer the tile where you can just lay it down and cover it up. I wanted to try those tiles because those are much cheaper to do. It's just a lot much more time consuming. So remember how I went through all the layers of prepping the ground, cleaning it up, getting the glue off, making sure that I put the protective layer with the waterproofing, and then once that dried up, now I put the cement glue with the towel and then stick it on top of that so it can really hold. Well, sad news is it did not pretty much hold, and I'm going to show you in the video exactly what happened.
Okay, this is a sample of the floors, how it would look. On camera it looks way better, but there's a little bit of imperfections, which I don't think these floors are going to do, because what it is there's little small gaps in between. What I want to try to do is prevent as much water from getting to the concrete, even though right now I have like 3 layers of protection. I got the sealant underneath the floor, and then I have the patch, and underneath that then hits the concrete. Sealant is what protects it all, because the sealant is like pretty much a piece of plastic and rubber that overlays on top, and it just helps it seep through. So they don't look too bad, but unfortunately the level of perfection that I need, and I don't ever want to do this, like they hold up pretty good. The glue on this is solid, like I can't even move this if I wanted to. So that's kind of like next level. And what I do is I pretty much use a wet cloth to go over it to make sure it's holding down properly. And that's it. But I don't think this is gonna do. So this is when you gotta make the call and be like, listen, I want to get this done right once and for all. Do it right. Ceramic it is.
In situations like that, you don't try to beat it around the bush, because I spoke to all the different flooring companies out there. I spoke to Empire, National Floors Direct, Lowe's, and then some local mom and pop shops. They all offering the different vinyl options. The cheapest price I got was like $3,600, and the cheapest price was like, oh yeah, we could just go over the current vinyls, and the vinyls were already cracking up, like the old vinyl tiles that I had. It makes no sense because I'm gonna eventually have to redo it over. For $3,600, I'm gonna lose all that. Yeah, you could make it look a little bit decent, but let's get a permanent fix, because I'm trying to alleviate headache. I'm trying to alleviate problems. Because if that 36 goes away in 2 years, then I got to redo it again. At that point, what I'm going to keep doing, redoing it over and over until I eventually get to the tile. And then when I finally get to the tile, I'm really like, dang, I wasted all this money. It makes no sense. So a lot of times when you're planning for things, and this is not just for your own projects, that you're doing for home related stuff, but this could be for work as well. If there's anything that you're doing that you're seeing that you're gonna have to redo over, make a red flag of it. Let everyone know and be aware, and try to provide influence in terms of, listen guys, we need to make better decisions in terms of what we do. Again, plug in my design company here, Wino Designs, where we design software solutions for enterprise companies. The experience as well as the actual development build, we could do things right the first time. When you do things like that, it helps things be more sustainable for the long term. Therefore, you don't have to keep redoing over. Put duct tape, redoing it over. Duct tape, redoing it over. At that point, you're going to have to spend so much more money, and you're going to have to do it right at one point anyway, because people are going to get tired. Same I'm doing for my home. If I was to eventually let someone stay there, somebody might not even want to stay there because of the fact that it's not up to par. The floor keeps on tearing up. So I wanted a really more permanent solution. Between all the vinyl options I heard, from $3,600 all the way to Empire $16,500 that they initially quoted me, the only plus side to Empire is that they have payment options. So with their payment plan, you can pay it off over a year, interest free. You're good. It's not bad. It would have cost me like $1,200, something like that a month. They came back actually a couple of days later and said, oh, you know what, we'll give you a $3,000 discount. Then go for it, because I think also with the precision and quality and professionalism that I'm looking for, I don't need someone that just understand flooring, but also the space around it. Because if these guys only specialize in flooring, then they're just going to do a phenomenal flooring job, but without paying attention to everything else. So that's the other thing I was worried about too. My general contractor, he understands my space. He's done all the works, repairs, emergency repairs that I had to do, and he knows finish, like quality finish, to the point where it makes people be like, wow. So I trust them more in that sense, and that's part of the reasons why I decided to go forth with him. Because yeah, you could coordinate with the flooring people and possibly him, but I think I might have make his job a lot much more harder. It's something last resort I am willing to try though, because the floors are from Lowe's. They have flooring specialists that they also assign. See if possibly they could layer down the tile under the supervision, of course, of my general contractor, and he'll tell them how to do things, but we're just using their crew members for it. The possibility that I'm thinking about is because they do offer the payment plan option where you could pay it off over not just a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think up to 6 years that they allow you to pay it off, and it comes out to hundreds of dollars a month, and it's not bad. It's just you accumulate a lot of interest over time, but it's still not bad, and I don't feel the cost as much. That's one. Or I could just do the contractor way. The only thing that sucks about the contractor, he does not have a payment plan, but he does work with me at times. It's part of the reasons why I decided to take that business loan. So the business loan stays into my business, and I took cash off my business to pay myself, so that way I can get some of this work done. With my business loan, I can pay it off over 6 months. I decided to choose American Express. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form, but their interest rates are so low. For $30,000, I'm paying $145 just to hold on to that loan for the 6 months per month. So it comes out to be about $900. If I pay it off sooner, I end up paying just a portion of that. Closest company I found that matches that was BHG Loan, and they were offering about 16% interest for a $70,000 loan. Same thing would have came to my business, and then I would have offloaded as much cash from my business to myself, so that way I can pay things off in that regards. But that's the decision with the flooring. As you can see, don't let quality suffer because of the cost. Think about the long term. I had to really snap myself and make that decision right there. I'm like, you know what? I want this to be a quality space, and the value of it I want to appreciate and be a lot much more. Because once you do that work, it's all said and done if you do it right. But if you don't do it right, you're going to have to keep going back and redo things, patch things up. And it just makes no sense at all. Now we're going to jump into the bathroom real quick, just so you guys can see some of the work that's been done there.
Okay, progress time. Bathroom has been cleaned. It has been painted. There wasn't too much patching we had to do on the walls. But as you can see, the mirror's down. No more roach stains. It's all clean. Outlet's all clean. We took off the sink. The sink's over here, but what it is I was going to wrap this with contact paper. At first, I was like, yeah, it's all doable. I could take this off and just wrap it off contact paper. But as you can see, this wood is starting to deteriorate. So, just ordered a brand new cabinet. And look at this. On the side here, it's no good, no bueno. So I had no choice but to do that. Yeah, we pretty much demolished everything. So shower panel came, gonna replace that. As you can see, this still has the old dirt on it. My cleaning crew did a great job too, cleaning all this stuff up. So we're pretty much all set. I don't know how to get this black floor to stay black, but it's gonna happen. So gotta clean like some of the hedges on the outside. We got the magnets for the doors, so that way when you close it, right, it stays closed. There's not this huge gap right here. So we got that piece that came in. What else? What else? Looks like there's another piece I might have to replace. I totally did not see this one. So this is, okay. This right here is another piece of the shower. So, gotta order this part. This is like a door sweep, I think, a long door sweep. So I might actually have extra of this. But for the most part, the bathroom is all straight. This is the bottom floor door sweep thing I was talking about the other day, right? So as you can see, this is the way it goes. And this part here, so let me put it by the side of the door. So the water is gonna hit like this part here, and it's just gonna go down. And that's how it works. And this part in the bottom that I'm squeezing right here, it blocks the water from hitting that part. So it's a good mechanism. But all done. This is the vision. I'm gonna pull this out. We're gonna use a 4-gang. I'm gonna put it vertical, so it's like top down. It's gonna look a little odd, but it is what it is. And I might put it on the other side right here, so that way the remote can go on here, and it's gonna be all 4 all across here. With the remote, this is gonna be enclosed, so you won't see that. So fun project. And then I gotta seal this little gap my contractor originally had did, as you can see there, with some compound. And then we just sand it down, and then it's good to go. But nobody can really see that. So that's progress on the bathroom. I did get the lights for the vanity and the mirror. So the sink is coming in a couple of days, and bathroom should be all set. Is this more roaches? Ugh, more roaches on the light. Look at this. Just gotta clean that. It's still good.
Bathroom is coming together. It's painted. We took off the sink vanity cabinets. My clean crew came. They cleaned up first, got rid of as much as like roach stains and all that stuff as possible, and then I patched them stuff with the compound. Again, when you're doing compound, you use a little bit of plaster of Paris. Like I would say for every cup of compound that you could use a 1/4 cup of plaster of Paris to help it dry faster. Trick I learned from the contractor. Sometimes he put more depending on how fast he's trying to get things to dry, to the point where it's so thick and hard where he just get it and it dries in like hour or 2. It's crazy. Now let's jump over to the storage area.
This area here, as you can see, took off one outlet because it was so filthy with roaches. But we patched all the walls, sanded everything down, so all that is pretty much ready to go paint. Wife said this should be all white. She said semi-gloss. Yeah, semi-gloss, all white. So I'm gonna try to hit it and see what happens. So that's that. The backsplash is gonna go on this wall. It's gonna be these gray backsplash. So I'm gonna show you what they look like. All the materials are in here. You see that? You see that? Modern and sleek, baby. They're vinyl, I think. I have a vinyl cutter, so it should make it a little bit easier. It's fake marble. The silver looks real, but the marble side is fake. I have the sink. Yep, there you go. This is the sink water hose. These are the cabinets. On the cabinets, I think I got a 2 cabinet and 1 sink hole in the middle. So it's 5 feet. So it's gonna go from here all the way down here, and that should cover the cabinet area. So that's how that is going to be. Hood ring just helps here not be so humid, just sucks up air out of here and pushes it back on the outside. But it's all cleaned up. More cabinets gonna be here, so I might have to get 2 gallons of the semi-gloss, but I think one should do because we're not painting like this door here. So that's it. That's progress so far. A lot of demolishing, a lot of painting and cleaning. Hood range, there's still one side of it that's still disgusting, but I'm gonna clean that. Hopefully, gonna try to clean that probably tomorrow.
You can see the storage area is completely patched up as well. Not painted, it still looks a bit ugly, but we got a lot of the roach stains out. We took out a lot of the dirts, and I'm testing out the cabinets as well just so we can get a sense of exactly how it's going to look. I think I'm going to put a little bit of extra efforts into making that one like really shine. I'm talking about like decorative lighting, having some fixed fixtures with the backsplash, and just bringing things to a whole new level. That is all the updates I have for you for today. We're gonna resume back again. I'm gonna be heads down doing some more stuff. There's a lot of electrical stuff that I'm planning on doing. So in order for me to create that decorative lighting in that storage area, I'm gonna tap into the switch that's right there that turns on that light, because it's the same power line. So what I try to do is keep the same power lines that's coming in for additional things that are related to lighting. Anything that's outlets related is on a separate circuit breaker, so therefore that trips, it trips everything else. I just really want this to be as phenomenal as possible. No efforts have been spared at all. Once this all done, I'm gonna be like, yes, well done, good ye faithful servant, like the Lord is expected to tell us at the end of time. So hope you found all this insightful. I hope it encouraged you to also do your own projects and really put the time and effort into what you're doing. Don't rush it. Originally, I was trying to get all this done in 3-4 weeks, but I realized, you know what? I'm going to put extra love into this because I want the quality to be there. So I'm going to spend more time and lower the expectation of how quick I'm trying to get it done. Of course, my contractor, when he comes through and does his thing, he's going to be done in like a couple weeks, but that's just how fast he moves. So I'm glad that he's going to take a little bit of time, and we're going to slowly eventually like build up and get there. So peace and love, trust in Jesus, like, share, subscribe, just to encourage others, hopefully to get a bit of this insight. It's not just about my project, but also encouraging others to tap into their creativity and focus on that quality, baby. Have an amazing one.